when I get back here, there's a lot of tension in the knee, but it's not really from this grip, and it's not even from the legs. It's from, you're cramping.
Yeah.
It's a consequence of strong defense.
Oh yeah, I had another question. I felt like when we were rolling and you were going for my heel, even though I was ballerina toeing and straightening and doing all the defense, I felt like there was so much tension in my knee even before you caught my foot. And then because I almost wanted to like give you the foot so I could tap, because I felt like there was just so much pressure there.
So sometimes people favor attacking the heel first, and then like capturing the foot, then dealing with the knee or the hip. Our approach has always been the opposite: control the hip and the knee, and then kind of work your way down to the foot. But when we were in cross ashi here, so whenever we're here, when we go up towards the foot, it's always best to have some method of control for this knee, and that was part of the tension. So what I like to do is take this hand and get a grip on the knee and really like physically turn it here so that the inside of the wrist goes against your kneecap to keep this open. So as a result, when I get back here, there's a lot of tension in the knee, but it's not really from this grip, and it's not even from the legs. It's from, you're cramping. It's a consequence of strong defense. This rotational action here helps to keep your knee stuck, and then my hip and leg support that. So as I get back here, you're feeling that my hand is pulling your knee in towards my hip, so it can't turn out. And then by the time I capture the toes,
so tight already.
Everything is stuck. You know. But I think a lot of times people don't focus as much on the knee, and exactly. So even if I use my legs, there's still a little bit of play. I like to use the hand here and then control, and then we'll support it with the leg like this. And now by the time we get to this position, it's good. Then you can fix your feet with whatever configuration you like. But the rule that, Danaher's rule is you're always controlling the joint above the one that you're attacking. In this case, it's a little bit misleading because we are attacking the knee and we're holding the knee, but you need to have the end of the lever, right, which is the foot, and then you need to have the fulcrum, which actually is the knee. So the hip is controlled. In this case, it's going to be actually the knee that you're holding instead of focusing exclusively on the foot. And you see the same thing, not just from cross ashi, but from a lot of other places. Like if you're shooting to the outside, a lot of times people are really focused on this grip, but the knee is very mobile. So it makes sense for me to have some sort of connection to your knee in order to be able to do that. Some guys are strong enough and skilled enough to be able to just use the legs. I always feel like I need a little bit of help. So here, why don't you try it? So you're in a cross ashi, and you're using, you're cutting your elbow back and holding. So now, as I go to turn what I really want to do is, I don't just want to ballerina point the toes, but I want to point the toes and I want to rotate my knee this way to hide the heel. So when you grip and you get this exposure, now there's no more turning back here. I would grip even a little bit higher here. And now here, this is as much as I have got. Lean your right shoulder down on my toes here, this way. Now it's like, I'm not going anywhere. And when you join your hands now, it's going to be like almost instantaneous. Does that make sense?
It seems like the main concept there is keeping like hip to lateral knee connection. And like that's like your wrist is like kind of a wedge against the kneecap. Exactly. And sometimes you can do this with your legs alone. Like I said, like sometimes you'll get into positions here where this is enough.
It's tight. I often feel like, especially when things get a little sweaty, or if the guy knows what he's supposed to do. If you know your whole job is turning this knee and hiding your heel like this, now just using my legs, it's not going to be enough. So finding some way of controlling using the hands, then getting to this point where you're using your knee is a much stronger bet, I think. So it's a bit of a workaround, and it's not as clean as just a leg on leg control, but I can't do it another way.
Cool. Action perception company.
Thank you so much for checking out this video. There are going to be some links down below to my BJJ Fanatics videos, some other stuff for you to check out. If you watch this video all the way through and you're not subscribed yet, this video is recommended to you because YouTube is very smart. It knows what you like, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you subscribe, then you'll be able to get more access to these videos, and I'll see you at the next one.